Okay guys, so a few months back I bought these gel polishes from Amazon. They're Beetles brand. And like I said, I've never tried anything their brand yet, but I've been wanting to do my nails. Actually, I'm going to do them before we go for a little Labor Day vacation. And it occurred to me I have all these polishes I haven't used yet, so we're going to try them out today. So again, I picked these up on Amazon. I will link them in the description box. That would be an affiliate link, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. I know with Amazon there are tons of different bundles, so I mean the link helps me out, but also helps you out. It'll go right to this specific bundle. So I do have two different bundles from them. I'll try the second one later. That one came with a lamp, but this one is just the gel colors and then some other random things. I already did an unboxing of it, but we'll go through them real quickly because today we just need to get to swatching and I want to swatch these. So there's that. So Beetles 36 Colors Gel Nail Polish Kit. Explore endless nail art possibilities. And I thought it was cute when I opened it because it has its own little tray, which is important, you know? I mean, they are in a dark bottle, so I would keep them out of the sunlight, but when they're in a dark bottle like this, the sun doesn't get to them anyway because they will absolutely cure in here. You know, these gels can cure in the sunlight, but obviously it takes like days, so it's not something you want to do. You definitely need to cure them in a UV or LED lamp. You know, if you're new to the game and you're just coming in now, I would buy an LED lamp because UV lamps are kind of old school. And I will say about both types of lamps is that they don't just die on you, they won't just quit, they get weaker. So with the UV lamp, if you have one of those old school ones, it takes 2 minutes to cure. You can switch out the bulbs. It's like this bulb that kind of has like a U shape to it. And I even have extra ones for my early UV lamps, which is in my garage. I don't even use it, right? The LED lamps, it's what it is. And then again, they get weaker, but it's after like 10,000 hours. I mean, it's years and years and years of use if you ever even kill that. So just something to think about because it is kind of scary. I'm going to say you always want to be careful with your gels because you don't really know how well something is cured other than if it just wipes away. Obviously, that means it's not cured, but sometimes underneath it's not cured well. So just a quick before I go into it, you always want to build up your gel polish. I see videos of people, they just put it on real thick because they're like, oh, in one coat, this is, you know, or they just put it on thick and then they go and cure it. That is not a good cure. Anybody's going to tell you want to build up 2 to 3 coats. Even your base coat should be very thin, not like this thick. It looks like real jelly and you're like, oh, that looks awesome. No, it should be real thin, like I don't have polish on my nail. Thin, okay, like that. Cure it. Do your first base color very lightly. Cure it. Next one, lightly cure it. If it takes 3 coats, great. Do not slop it on. Don't get it on your fingernails, all over your skin, should I say. You want it on your fingernails. Clean it up if you do with some acetone or with some alcohol. Generally, alcohol is better if that's something you have laying around on like a little wipe or something. Just get it off your skin before you cure it. Just be very careful because people do get allergies after coming in contact with these things over and over and over, especially if they have HEMA in them. I will say I'm not, you know, a doctor or anything like that, so you can read about this is funny. This came with a nail lamp info, and there's no nail lamp in here, I don't think. Anyway, just keep all those things in mind. I do see people just, you know, they have videos and they're great and they're cute and their ideas are amazing, but be careful. Oh my gosh, I just see it so often. I'm like, what are they doing? You know? Another thing is I don't like to mix and match base coats with other companies' things. So if you're doing Beetles base coat, you know, Beetles colors, Beetles top coat. If it's on fake nails, you know, acrylic or extensions, maybe it's not as important because it's not really touching your actual nail or your skin. Hopefully you don't get on your skin. But generally, if I'm putting this right on my bare nails, like my natural nails, I am using the system through and through because you never know how these things interact and they're formulated a certain way for a reason. So always stick to the same product line, right? Maybe your primer can be from something else if you're using a primer, but generally I stick to the whole same product line. I believe these are there's no other kind of thing in here. So these are top coats and base coat. And I think this one comes with the peel off base coat too. Yeah. Which is kind of cool. I've never used these because I don't care to use them. I feel like I want things to stay on really well. Not that it's not going to stay on well, but I rather, you know, use primer. And when I do my acrylics or my extensions, Gel-X, all that, like, I want them stuck down. So anyway, apply a thin layer of peel off base coat on the nail, cure for 60 to 90 seconds, and then follow on with everything else you need to do, right? So again, You can read their listing for the other info. The reason it has this little chain, which I guess might have fallen out, maybe I didn't put it back in here, is that this comes with swatches. So I'm going to do my swatches with music over. I am not going to prepare these like I would if it was my natural nail, guys. So let's just talk about that right now, because I'm going to put the color, probably 2 coats, which is kind of a pain, but I really want to see what the color looks like. And a top coat, or otherwise it's going to be sticky, you know, when you do your swatches. It does come with these little cute heart-shaped kind of swatch bits here. I love that it actually comes with the, I guess I should back up. This set has to do with these being kind of jelly. So it's this crystal clear ice, and I guess maybe that's the name of the set. Sorry guys, I'll put it in the title though so we know. So what I'm planning on doing to swatch these is swatch them in order the way they are here. I'm not going to like arrange them like, oh, the greens go here and this ones go here. I'm just going to go with what they have. And it looks like they start with C544 in this corner, and it goes to D061. So yeah, that's like over here. So I don't care. However you do it, just stick to it. So I feel like, I guess it depends on how you have this on your work surface. This Be Bold, B-U-B, Beetles, you know, it has all this stuff. I'm going to have it this way. There's a little area here that'll hold some tools, you know, if you would like. There are some cat eyes in this, so I will definitely use this out, try this out. Maybe the line one on one and then this little circular one on the other, because I think there's 2 or 3. I don't remember which ones they are, but usually there is. So usually on the little color bit on top here that has like a little line like that, that's a cat eye. Okay. But like I said, I think there are 2. Maybe there's only 1. I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, here's the other one. D48 or 481, sorry. D481. Okay, so those 2 are for sure cat eye. But I think that's it. So that's how I'm going to do it. And then when I'm done, I'm going to remember that, okay, this is how I started working with it. And it's going to be E018 will be my first one going around this way. Okay, and then afterwards I'll get, you know, my little sticker. So if E018 should be on here. If it's not on here, I'm going to be like, what is going on? A, B, C, D, E. Oh yeah, it's the first E. So they are in alphabetical order and numerical order. So D, you know, C, D, E, and then you go from there. So E018. And like I said, I'll do this afterwards, but I do want to show you how I'll take that and put it there, because that's that one, and then the next one, next one, okay? But I'm going to do it in order from this, coming around until I don't have any more, and then go on to the next one. So I'm going to put these to the side for right now. I'm just going to put them up so I don't lose them. I'm going to grab my nail lamp. This might have been with the other kit, and maybe I just popped it in here for some reason, I don't know. It does come with a little nail clipper. I don't use those kind. Maybe when I remove extensions, basically I'll just give that to like my husband or my son so they can clip their toenails with that. Even my toenails, I use a manicure scissor. I prefer that. Anyway, so we'll put that over here. So it comes with, again, I believe it is 36 colors, only 6 times 6, yeah, 36. And then it has all these things. So your base gel, I'm not going to use today, but you are going to use this on your natural nails. Do not just go in with the color. You have to use this. Now, if you're wearing extensions, acrylic or gel, and you want to use base gel, go for it. You don't have to, because it's already going to stick to that acrylic product. Just how it is. Some people prime and use the base gel, whatever you think you want to do. So base gel. It comes with a top coat. I do not know if this is no wipe, so we will see, or non-wipe. A matte top coat, which I'm not going to use today, but that's really lovely. A lot of times matte top coats get shiny after a few days. I will say, like, I recently, well, it wasn't that recent. Last time I did matte, I used Nail Reserve. I was going to say Nail Addict, but Nail Reserve, that's their new name. And it was good for a week and a half. It didn't get shiny, so that's great. Because other times, as you're doing things and washing dishes, whatever you do around the house and, you know, just in life, it starts getting shiny. And it didn't, so that was good. The peel-off base coat, like we talked about. And then 2 different top coats. There's a glitter top coat. And then, I mean, they're both glitter. This one is like a... Ooh, I love it. I don't know if you can see that. So cute. Hollow glitter. I don't know if I will swatch that because it depends if I have enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 20, 21. That's 42. Okay, I should have enough to swatch the top coats also. Why not? We're already here. And then this is like that kind that's like kind of color changing. That pearlescent kind that you put over and it makes it look different, right? The color that's underneath. So something to think about. The other thing is sometimes cat eyes look better when they're over a black polish. I feel like these should be by themselves though because they're very much a color. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that one's like this, I don't know if it's rose gold. I don't think I'm going to put this on top of black polish. And if it doesn't look that great, then just keep that in mind that maybe it should have been on top of black polish. So I'm going to do that with the top coat. Okay. Again, if you're putting this on natural nails, if you have a primer, use it. It doesn't come with this kit, but if you like to use a primer, go for it. Definitely have clean, dry nails and start with your base coat, your 2 to 3 coats of color because you really just want to build it up, and then your top coat always. But I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my Nail Addict, actually, which is Nail Reserve now, lamp. But I have the same lamp from Wave Gel. I have it from, I think, Melody Sees. I have a few different ones. They all look like this. The Sun 5 UV, Sun UV. It's great. I will say, I don't like when they say 60 to 90 seconds because, like, is it 60 or 90? So maybe it's 90 in the old school lamp. Maybe that's why they're saying that. Here, I'm going to do 60 seconds and we'll see how it goes. When you press it, it just goes on. So I'm not going to do that right now. It also, now that it's set at 60 auto, I just put my hand in there, it'll start. Okay. There's other ways to mess with this thing, but that's okay. All right. So I'm not going to speak on each and every one of these things, but the cat eye is right here. And so what I was going to do is, oh, see, I need to start with this one, the one, E1. See, that's why I didn't want to put the stickers down yet, because I feel like I want to go this way, but I'm going to go left to right, okay? So this first one here, and if they're brand new, maybe you want to give them a little something, but I'm not going to speak on each one of these, but I'm going to do as many as I can. Oh, that's so pretty. See, I had no idea this was a pink glittery polish. But see, this is one coat, and this is how I would do my nails too. Well, not as sloppily, but that's as thin as you apply it. Don't go in there and just make it real thick and build up the color and then cure it. Nope, nope, nope. That's not good, guys. So I probably don't have to put the lid back on super well. So that's the first one. I'm going to do as many as I can fit in here that I think will fit. And in the meantime, as you're kind of talking, or I am, and waiting and doing the other ones, this is an interesting color. Again, this was like a jelly kit, so the colors might still be kind of rough. I'm only going to do 2 coats, even though I can probably do 3. Like, that was pretty thin. Like a brown. Keep these away from the light, because I am leaving them open. I'm trying to get to the cat eye one. The rest of the time, I'll just have music over, okay, guys? You know, I was going to pause, but I guess I'll just keep going. One more. These two look very similar, but the other one did have more of a reddish brown to it when it came out. And again, I'm just going for it because I don't care. I don't think it's going to peel off of this. Also, this is plastic. So with the cat eye, generally you want to build up 2 layers or 3, and on that last layer is when you're pulling it in. But sometimes people, well, I should take that back. Do whatever you want. You can use the magnet on all the layers. So this is the cat eye. Okay. I know it might be hard to see. Let's put this here so you can kind of see a little bit. Okay, it's very silvery. I don't know. Oh yeah, it did move some things already. I can see that. It just like spread away. So whatever you do, if you're going to do it on the first layer, do it on the second layer, but do it the same. Okay. Okay, so let me just finish one row and then cure, and then the next row and cure. This is your white, but it's milky white, which is beautiful. I love that kind of thing. Okay. So I'm going to do the full row. I'm going to put it in for the 60 seconds. Hopefully, you know what, it doesn't realize it's there because, oh my gosh, because it's clear. Oh, okay, I'm gonna hold it there myself, so it kind of reads my fingers a little bit, which is kind of annoying. But I'll be back after 1 minute. Okay, that was just a little bit painful because I had to kind of keep my hand there. With the cat eye, you kind of want to chase it, so like when I put it right down the middle, it basically spread the magnet, you know, the pigments to the side. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, so I'm going to build up the second layer, and that's all I'm going to do because I'm just going to do 2 layers. Regardless, it just gives me an idea of this because it's still pretty thin, but these are thin polishes in that they are like jellies. Okay, that's really cute, that pink one. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, I'll be back. And then with the cat eye, same thing. I'll just apply the gel, use the little stick there. Oop. And then, you know, that's what I should do. I shouldn't do auto. I should just turn it on. What is happening here? There. That way I don't have to put my hand in the way to keep it going. Okay, I will be back. Okay, and like I said, so yeah, if I just press 60, it just does the 60 without having to be auto, you know, so that's good. Because I was like, I do not want to put my hand in here every time for no reason. Clear top coat. Again, if I touch this, it's sticky. Don't touch it. You don't need to touch it. You don't want it to, so just leave it alone. But again, that also should be a thin layer. So I'm still applying things in the way I normally would. But thin layer. I will say this one has an odor, not caustic or strong, but it does have a different odor where the other ones I wasn't smelling it at all. I will say when you go to, after you're done, if this is a wipe type of top coat, if you need to wipe it and it comes away, like the color, that means you did not cure it well, take it off. Like go ahead and soak it off, or yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be a mess. You need to soak that nail off and then do it again. You always want safe, safe, safe cures, guys. I'm telling you. You can imagine that chemical sitting on your nail that's not fully cured and it's just sitting there every day. And then you're coming into contact with that more and more, right? And so that's good. I did my little cat eye. I don't know if you can see very well what it's doing. There you go. Again, I just did it straight up and down. You can angle it. You can do whatever you want, right? There's different ways to play with that. But that's the straight one. And then the other cat eye, I'll use that little circle one. See how that goes. Anyhow. So if this was my natural nail, I would go through and make sure that I didn't get any on my skin. Use that little orange wood stick included to wipe that away. Sometimes I used to do my polish underneath at the bottom. Either way, you still have to do the top coat because it's going to be sticky. But you can imagine now you have your little swatches. You can see what's up, right? Okay, so I'm going to put that in there and automatic 60. Okay, so after this, well, actually, let's see if it's a wipe or non-wipe, and then I'll move on. Okay, so just a few more seconds. When this is done, I am going to just go to the next row, cure it, go to the next row, cure it, and after that, if I have to move on to this next one, I'll do that and keep going. Oh, there goes the orange wood stick. Okay, so generally I don't like touching these things if I don't, you know, if they're sticky, but that's hard to tell. It feels dry, like nothing's sticking to my fingers, so to me that feels like a no wipe, but it's a little rubbery. But it's definitely not like doing anything. Yeah, so apparently it's no wipe. Yeah, now that it's cooling off, I can feel that it's just chill. Okay, perfect. So that's those guys. And now I would have this here, like, oh, let's see, oh, maybe that today, maybe not. Maybe this orangey, you know, yellow. This one's pink. I don't know if you can tell. It has a pink tone to it. Here's that cat eye. There you go. Maybe there's a better cat eye look. Again, build it up, probably 3 layers. These, again, are thin jelly polishes. And this is the white, the milky white. I don't know if you can see the difference between this one that's more pink. It's very hard to tell. But okay, I'm going to continue on, guys. Just keep going, and when I come back, we'll look at the colors. So fun. Yeah, I decided to just go in and, well, one's going, work on the other one, right? And so I just had to count and make sure I was in the right spot to keep that going, and I think I did it. So this one's going to go in for 60 seconds, and then these last 6, not these first 3, but these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, 6, yeah. They need their coat. Over here tooting my own horn, then I realized, I'm like, wait, hold on. When I told you guys 6, I'm like, there's only 5. I skipped over this one, which was right here. 752, 753, 754. But I added it at the end. So I'm going to switch it out here. So whenever I go look for them, or just keep it in order. It doesn't matter. I just messed that one up. So this bluish green is going to be here when it should have been. Ay, ay, ay. That's so weird. I don't even know how that happened, to be honest, because I brought them all out. So, like, how did I not coat that one? Anyway, I just added it at the end here. So, what a bummer. Well, anyway, I'll go from that one. And now that I did that wrong, I'm doing it by itself because I'm silly, but I don't need to be doing that. I could probably start in with the next, especially because that's the second coat. I'll just finish up with the next row. Oh, and I will say I am doing 2 coats, so it's possible that you like just 1 coat, right? I did 2 on this one already, but see how that is very translucent? But I'm going to do a second coat, so. Oh, you know, I am swatching the top coats also, and it just occurred to me, that's 1 coat, and I wanted to see if it's non-wipe. You see how you can kind of hear the stickiness? I don't know, maybe if you want to take a little alcohol and swipe it over, like, why not? It's not going to hurt anything. But I guess I really only need 1 coat for that, but I'll put a second one just because. So, I mean, it's top coat. I don't know if that means it's final thing, you know. Shake well, which I didn't do that. After curing, gel polish, apply glitter top coat, and cure for 60 to 90 seconds. You know, it doesn't say to follow up with a top coat afterward. But, you know, do whatever you want. They are your nails, your design. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit thick. I probably would just do 1 coat. Now that this one's done, I'm waiting for this, guys. I'm just going to start putting my little stickers down. So D061, D062, and all that. I guess something you can do if you wanted to is put these in order of this, you know, because these are out of order. You know, I'm kind of jumping around here to get the stickers, so I don't know. Maybe they make sense, maybe they don't. Maybe these should be somewhere else. Maybe I should follow this instead of how they arrived, but I don't think it's too bad. So I will say another tip, if it's not cured correctly, another like thing you might notice, I suppose, another clue is that when you're putting on your top coat, if the color starts coming off on the top coat, like on your brush, it is not cured correctly. I'm not going to put any on these guys. I feel like these guys are non-wipe because these are the top coats and they're not sticky at all or slippery or anything like that. So I guess those are done. So anyway, last 60 seconds on those top coated nails, and I'll be back. Okay, so that paddle is done. Yeah. This one right here still feels sticky to me for some reason, so I don't know what that's about. That's weird. Maybe they didn't cure so well. These two. Not sticky, but they're even getting my fingerprints on them. I don't know if you can see that. So maybe I'll pop a little extra of this top coat and finish those off. This one's not doing it. This one's perfectly fine, but don't know. So let's just try it again for those two. Okay, let's see if that's any better. Yeah, I applied it kind of sloppily, but it's not as sticky. I don't know. And then again, there is such thing as over curing. So a lot of these, you know, I was putting them back in, putting them back in, and so it might be that it over cured and it got that way. You know what I'm saying? When these guys are cured, but I'm still working over here, so these guys are getting, you know, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and really it should only be a couple minutes. So that could be another reason for that. And then let me show you what this side looks like. So again, just continuing on from the first panel or paddle, and then Yeah, it's good to do this. Honestly, you can see this, but it's not super representative, right? The little colors on the top. Look how cool that is. And again, they have that jelly look to them. This one's just all hollow glitter, but it applies chunkier than like the top coat, right? These top coats. And then again, that's that pearlescent top coat. So probably one coat to make your color change would be nice. That's a pretty color. They have a lot of blues and greens in here, I will say. Okay, let me finish numbering and I'll be back. So on the stickers, for the most part, they are in order, but some of them jumped around at the very beginning. I don't know if you can see, that goes from E to D to I, and then back to D, and then to C, so that's why they're all mixed up. But they pretty much went in order, and the last two are these kind of reddish ones that are D817 and 818, which is back to the beginning. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. And that's it, guys. So, yeah, definitely worth swatching. I mean, it's fun. It did take a while. Probably an hour or so. Maybe a little bit less than that. But it's good to see, you know, kind of how these things react, how they feel. You know, was it wipe, top coat, no wipe, or whatever. But it all came out really nice. And then our little cat eyes, which is really fun. Right, this is the straight one. This is the circle side I used there. And there it is. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. And hopefully, you know, I'll use some of these in my upcoming nail tutorial. I know that's not typical for my channel anymore, but I do like doing nails. So I'll see you guys then. And again, I'll link the this kit in the description box. This one is much more basic. I have a bigger kit that has like a nail lamp and all kinds of implements and tools and goodies with it. So there's that. And then, of course, you can put these guys together with your little keychain here, ball chain, whatever you want to call it. The old ball and chain here. There you go. All right, guys. See you at the next one. Bye now.